All right. Fucking hell, dude.
Jesus, that was...
Yeah, right?
I remember when my balls
do this.
dropped.
This season on Sorted, 15 absolutely ridiculous, overblown, heavily modded, rip-snorting vehicles came together from across the country to bring us to this final moment.
Jesus Christ!
Who will wear the crown? Why is everyone laughing like mental patients? Where the hell is the R8? Why is the benchmark car worth $1.4 million, and who will wind up being absolutely sorted? Let's find out.
All right, everybody. Rob Ferretti, Matt Farah, Amelia Hartford. You'll remember us. We are here at Homestead Speedway in Miami, and next to me we have Nathan Sissio's 911 Turbo S, which won the competition for the East Coast. You'll notice we don't have any West Coast cars here. The sheepy R8 couldn't make it.
Yep, you can read between the lines. The R8 owner didn't want to part with his car for 10 days, so we moved on to Plan B, the All-Stars game, inviting back some of our favorite cars.
We thought a better play would be to bring the second and third place contenders from the East Coast back and give them another shot.
So we also had to raise the stakes at the track, which means we're here at a NASCAR track. Higher speeds, higher banking. We're really gonna be driving these cars and push them to the limits.
Exactly, the numbers are gonna be bigger, and so we had to go and get a better benchmark car. The C7 ZR1 was extremely legit at the East Coast Regional, and the Shelby GT500 was amazing in the West Coast, but we cranked it up. This time we got something very special. This is a Porsche 918 Spyder. It's an all-wheel drive hybrid supercar that costs about $1.5 million. It has a V8 from the Porsche Le Mans race car, a hybrid system that drives the front wheels and fills torque, and it's just about the fastest thing around.
Let's hear it.
So the East Coast proved to have the stronger field, and since the R8 wasn't making the trip, we pulled together an all-star team, bringing back the strongest contenders to duke it out and see if the Sissio Porsche would still come out on top. While we were at it, we searched AutoTempest.com and decided to up the benchmark car to the mind-blowing Porsche 918 Hypercar. Just a simple $1.4 million, one of 918 examples, gas-electric hybrid, a glorified Prius, if you will.
There you go.
The format of our delightful show is still the same: 60 to 150 runs, one standing start time attack lap, and one flying lap. Fastest, bestest wins. Now let's get a benchmark set and then reintroduce our competitors and see what they've done to prepare for today's competition.
Getting a car to show how fast our other cars are is not easy. That's why if you visit AutoTempest.com, they don't just have daily drivers, they don't just have Corvettes that you can build into cool cars like this, but they also have hypercars. They've got all the cars, one search.
Brad,
Hey.
it's good to see you again.
Yeah, you.
Car is looking pretty much the same as it was before.
It is.
Have you changed anything?
The only thing I changed was the wheels because you were giving me a shit about it last time.
Oh, Vorsteiner.
Yeah, they go with some Vorsteiners.
All right. Vorsteiner, man, got it. See, last time, this thing has like 900 horsepower on some Chinese knockoff HREs. I'm a little concerned that it's got like cheap knockoff HRE wheels, and when you have that much power. And I gave him crap, and he went out, he bought nice, strong Vorsteiner wheels.
Yep.
That's good, that's for safety.
Exactly. So we dropped it down an inch, went to 18 by 9.5. So that should give us a little bit more light wheels.
How's the ride quality?
A lot better. Taller tire wall makes it a lot more better.
Awesome. Anything else?
I added a muffler as well.
I feel like my eardrums are going to explode. Listen, learn, and execute. This is very good. This car is going to be awesome now.
Yep.
Now, someone told me, though, that it started making a weird noise.
Yes. So last night at the hotel, we went out to do some logs, just to make sure everything was good for tomorrow, for today. But we came back to the hotel, started doing a little tick. So
Where might this tick come from?
sounds like it's coming from the valve train. So we'll see what happens here. I mean,
boy.
it still kind of rips. We ripped on it a few times before we came up here, and it still pulls pretty good. So we're just gonna send it and see what happens.
Okay. Well, it's a nice day. It's a good day to be at the track. Tanner's excited. You have all the things set up and ready. Let's hope the car stays together.
All right.
Thanks,
Perfect.
buddy.
Yep.
Well, this is very exciting. I was a huge fan of Rat's RS3. Massive power, enormous performance, but a couple little things holding me back from really falling in love with it. One, the sound. It was unmuffled and it was unruly, and you hear, folks, what you're not hearing. He has put a muffler on it.
Today, the only thing I did was switch up with the wheels with some better, smaller tires and put a muffler on, basically. That's about it.
I would not be the least bit shocked to find out that Rat has lost almost no power from putting mufflers on this car. I wouldn't be surprised if it still makes every bit of 900 to the wheels.
So last time Tanner was looking at the wrong gauge with this car. He was looking at oil temperatures and confusing them with coolant temperatures, which is why he pitted prematurely. So I'm excited to see this thing back out here. I didn't realize it was going to develop a tick.
So last night at the hotel, we went out to do some logs, just to make sure everything was good for tomorrow, which today. And we came back to the hotel, started doing a little tick. So
Where might this tick come from?
sounds like it's coming from the valve train. So we'll see what happens here. I mean,
boy.
it still kind of rips. We ripped on it a few times before we came up here, and it still pulls pretty good. So we're just gonna send it and see what happens.
It does make power. I don't know if it feels as fast to me as it did previously, but this is one wicked car.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for this R3. The fact that the platform starts with a Group B motor, the turbo inline 5, like this is a special one to me. It's really neat to drive after the changes. I feel like this is perfect daily, and on the track, she's quick. She definitely likes higher RPM.
And the fact that I can now hear myself think while driving it is really an added bonus. It's a much more pleasant place to be.
Brakes do feel a little soft though, I'm not gonna lie. I'll give Tanner a fair warning on that.
To the moon!
We got smoke. Pulling this into the pits. Hopefully that's the brakes smoking. Let me just drive it a little bit just to get a little bit.
So you said it through a check engine light because Rob was driving like a bitch?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, the car does have a misfire at idle, so...
It does feel like it's down on power. When I drove it last time, it did feel significantly faster. Hopefully it's not hurt too bad, and hopefully it makes it through the day, because it's important to give people their cars back in one piece.
We have some amazing partners on the show, and one of those partners is H3R Performance. Let's say you had a C8. Let's say that C8 caught on fire. You know, it'd be very helpful if you had one of these in your car, which I personally did, and I'm very thankful for. H3rperformance.com. Get one of these extinguishers, you guys. It could really save your car at the track if you're having a bad day.
All right, so now we're gonna take a look at the Viper. Zach, who's the actual owner of the car, is here this time. Antonio couldn't make it, and I think he's changed some things on the car. Why don't you tell us about it?
We put a brushless pump in the car to help solve some fuel system issues, and Colin's retuned the mid-throttle stuff to go ahead and smooth a lot of things out.
Okay.
The car seems a lot happier. On the dyno, made a little bit over 1,800 and change.
So we're higher on the horsepower level than it was when we raced it last time.
Yeah, last time we were on pump gas, we were down one pump, our primary pump.
Okay.
So on gate, the car makes 1,100 at best-ish.
Okay, so we got a whole different animal here, and I see you changed the wheels in the back. Is that?
That's because I forgot the 19s.
Okay.
At FL2K, I loaded them on our race trailer, and they got sent to Texas by accident. So I'm kind of stuck on my bead locks with the RRs right now.
All right, now Tanner was taking a look at these tires, and these are looking a little bit like the soft sidewalls that the Supra was running.
It's actually a autocross or track day tire. It's a Toyo RR, so it is a stronger sidewall. It just
Okay.
has more sidewall. It's a soft compound DOT tire. I think it's 40 tread wear.
Okay, 40 tread wear, that's not good. That means it's going to wear out very quickly, but it's going to stick very well.
It's a tire that works.
And anything else, or those are the only changes right now?
We have a fire system in the car, but
Okay.
that was just something that was happening before you called me last time that we had to stop mid-process.
Okay, cool. So, how do you think it's going to do?
Better.
Better, okay. Well, you're getting another shot at this. Sorry about the fuel pump last time.
That's okay.
But we'll see what happens.
Somebody needed to kill it.
There you go. All right, well, good luck.
Awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
Rob.
This car petrifies me.
If the fire's in the cabin, you press cabin and it sprays engine and cabin, or we'll run up to the car and I'll trigger that button right there and that'll spray everything.
Got it. It's in first gear already.
Huh?
It starts in first, or it should be in neutral usually.
Okay.
The dog box can be foreign to some people, so it is something that requires a little bit more education and experience to drive it and have it feel smooth.
Here we are, the Calvo Viper. I love this thing. It scares the shit out of me, but I love it.
That was a $140, and everything's flying around.
Oh, how I missed this thing.
All right, what's different from last time? It's got some new Texas Mile style drag slicks on the back, which have been pumped up to overpressure for road course use here for Tanner. I've heard they have a new fuel system. Was it brushless motors or something to that effect?
The new pump will flow over 1,300 liters per hour, so right now we're only running it about half volume and making 1,860-ish horsepower.
This thing is fucking nuts! Holy shit!
Oh, there's the Viper I love.
Oh, this thing is gonna scare the crap out of Tanner.
That's what it's about right there. That's just batshit o'clock all day, every day. It's just nuts. It feels pretty planted, it really does.
Right now, because we have a wet sump pump and I don't have a dry sump on the car, we're gonna have to be a little bit easier in the corners. The Vipers do run a front pickup on the oil. So if you go into the bank really hard, it will slosh and the oil pressure will go ahead and trigger Motec warning.
Whoa! If you get past like 3/4 throttle for even a second, it's just insane. Your whole chest sinks. Wow. It's still very good.
The ACR Viper might be one of the most slept cars for the price. I mean, this thing is an absolute monster.
Just fire hosing ethanol into the tank. 9 liters, twin 76 turbos. That is hardcore. Yeah.
Everyone's smiling at me.
Fuck with it.
This car's batshit. I love it.
My final thoughts are I'm really glad I got to drive this on the track.
Guys, looking for a car sucks. You got to look in so many places. You got to waste all this time, and it doesn't matter if you make a lot of money or a little money. Your time is worth money. That's why AutoTempest.com brings all the cars into one search. Doesn't matter where you want to find that car, because all those places will bring it into AutoTempest with just one little key stroke. It is very easy. AutoTempest is the title sponsor of Sorted, and it's because of them that all this is possible. So whether you're looking for a daily driver, a future project car, or a supercar, AutoTempest.com is going to have all those cars in one search.
Okay, so we're here with Nathan Sissio. He's the winner of the East Coast Regionals with the 911 behind me. Did you do any changes before coming into today's race?
We did a couple little things.
Okay.
First of all, as you guys know, it's the C900 package by Sissio Performance. We did some tires. The old tires were R888s, and they were kind of worn out, so we did
Okay.
Cup 2Rs, the
Nice.
Michelins.
Yeah.
They actually ride a little bit better, and they stick more, so that's kind of nice.
Great.
And then the big modification we did between the two is not huge, but it's actually a Motec ECU. So we went from the stock ECU.
That's right, because you were on an access port before.
That's right, we were on a
and then-
Cobb.
Yeah, okay.
And so that gives us the ability to do a little bit more aggressive launch control, a little bit more aggressive shifting. Makes the car a little bit more visceral when it comes to actually like feeling like a race car rather than just so plush that it's just AC seats the whole time, you know?
Not a bad thing.
You know, it's not. It's still, that all still works, but it's actually a really, really powerful thing for us to be able to do as far as launch control and as far as rolling anti-lag and all that fun jazz,
Right.
which is cool. It's actually the only 991 in the world with a Motec on it.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, first one in the world. So that's kind of exciting. It was a little bit, I don't know. It was a little, gave me a little bit of nervousness because I'm like, oh my gosh, changed right before a race.
Sure.
You know, normally you don't do that. It's like set it up, make sure it's. But I was logging on the way here, so it's good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So those are the two big upgrades, I would say, tires, and then the Motec. Otherwise, the AC seats don't work. They still work. I'm sure Matt will be fine with that. So everything else is pretty much the same package, and then just upgraded the ECU and the tires.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing how you do today.
Yeah, we're excited about it. Thanks so much.
Of course.
It's nice to be able to get back in this thing. I need some air conditioning seats out in this.
We're about to head on the track in Nathan Sissio's 900 horsepower 911.
So we did a couple of things to the car for this event. We actually put smaller turbos on the car, just a little bit smaller to get rid of some of the surge in between shifts, which worked really well. Pretty excited about it. And then we also did a Motec ECU, which gives us a lot more control over some of the ancillary items on the car, and it's also a lot faster.
Porsches, they just do everything so well.
911s just aren't fair. Porsche has been perfecting this design for like 1,000 years. Okay, not really 1,000 years, but you guys get the idea.
This thing just grabs. It feels the most nimble of all these cars, significantly more so than the Audi.
Yeah. If you want a track car that doesn't break, you buy a Porsche. If you want a track car that does break, you buy anything else.
Oh, and that feels nice. And I don't have to worry about leaning into the brakes on this one. How nice.
Listen, everyone loves 911s for great reason. I was never a 911 fan until actually getting the opportunity to drive one, and it speaks for itself.
Oh boy, I could go another 2 boards on this.
So the very interesting thing is last time we were driving this 911 in Palm Beach, woo, backfire, there was a little bit of a fuel cut that Tanner was experiencing while ripping around the racetrack, and by upgrading to the Motec, Nathan Sissio hasn't been experiencing that since, and that was a limit of engine torque, so definitely got that taken care of.
So last time we had a little bit of an issue with the factory ECU, so I do believe that the car could have done better, which is why we went through the development on the Motec for this particular event. This is actually the only 991 in the world on a Motec, so it was actually a lot of work.
At this point, I'm just enjoying driving the car. I completely forgot we're filming a television show here.
That's the one thing we missed out on the East Coast filming last time, is we just had a whole bunch of straight roads. So we got to feel the acceleration, but we didn't really get to feel and experience the handling like Tanner did at the track, which is why with these cars, we all wanted to have a go.
Folks, I opened a business called Westside Collector Car Storage for people who don't have space or buildings in Los Angeles. But what if you do have some space, but you don't have the building? Well, we're brought to you today by AluminumShapeSolutions.com. They make prefabricated and expertly designed garages and carports for your home. They've made all of this possible today, and so check it out. If you've got space on your house, your property, somewhere to keep a car, but no safe covering, AluminumShapeSolutions.com. All right, let's get her going. Good?
Baseline time, Tanner. Hop out there.
All right, so we're doing the standing start lap. Tanner is in the 918 behind us, almost 900 horsepower.
First time driving a 918. The Carrera GT is my favorite car on the planet. I mean, obviously a car guy, you want different cars for different days.
Tanner's got the car. Matt, you let us know when you're ready. Tanner, launch that like you want to get out of here.
Like I want to get out of here? All right. Woo! That was insane. I got stuff flying around. I mean, I got the top off. Oh, that feels good. I gotta admit, I'm a little nervous going into the banking here. I mean, I'm turning in 145, 150 miles an hour. I'm not maintaining that. I know NASCARs are coming through here so fast, but I'm seeing the traction control tick on around the bank, thinking, who torqued those wheels?
So what's going to happen now is Tanner's warming up these cars. He's going to be doing 60 to 150, starting with this, and he's going to be coming out of turn 4, flat out down the straight, and since he's not going to be able to make the turn in for the infield, just going to ride it around the oval again. The second time he comes around, it's going to be a flying lap, and we're going to see just what this 918 can do around Homestead.
60 to 150, I'll be at 40 miles an hour, hit it on the straightaway, let the hybrid do the rest.
Having been out there doing laps, we thought that 175 would be achievable. I don't think so on this straight.
You thought that.
I thought these cars are silly fast.
You thought we could do 100 to 200 pulls here, and I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I think you might be able to hit 190 briefly in the Viper, but I think the problem is none of the cars can actually take the banked corners as fast as like a NASCAR. Like even Tanner said the 918 was doing 150 through the banking, which doesn't sound like much, but it's actually a ton.
A lot.
In a street car, and so even a crazy street car like that.
We'll let it charge up any electric that it can right now. This is going to be awesome.
Are you ready? We're going to do 60 to 150. Watch Tanner when he comes around this straightaway here. He's going to be flat out in the 918.
All right, here you go.
All right, let's see what we got.
And here we go.
Accelerating pretty far down the straightaway. I wonder if he went 160 or 70 or if it actually took him that long.
Well, it made it to 150. All right, we're gonna roll right into it.
You're coming out of that at 130 usually, or 100, you know, so.
I think he was taking that one easy. I think he's gonna come back.
Well, he's got to do his flyer. Here comes his flyer. He's entering the banking right now.
We need your phone, man. Get that
Oh,
out
Jesus.
there. Get that watch.
Oh my God, hurry.
Uh-oh.
Timer. Sounds good.
That thing sounds awesome.
I like how it echoes off the bleachers.
I mean, I don't know, like, what is your feeling about this? Where do you think, the thing that we're learning is these factory cars
No, I think
are
nothing
really
is coming
well
close to the
engineered.
918.
You don't think so?
No.
All right, well, we're about to see what the baseline
Actually,
time
I don't
is.
know. I mean, I think.
That Viper, dude, that thing moves, and so did the Porsche.
But the problem is the tires. The tires have reduced the cornering speed of the Viper.
Come on!
All right, here comes our first flying lap.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna say, I don't even know what a good lap time is. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like
idea.
a minute and 26 seconds.
I don't think you're going to be far off.
Oh, good. All right,
Okay,
here we go.
goes. Well, your guess.
My guess was a minute and 26 seconds.
Benchmark time, 125.9.
That was a lucky guess, to be fair. Like, there was no camera trickery there. That was just an excellent guess.
And you had absolutely no idea what you were talking about. You just threw it out there.
It seemed like about that much time to walk from there to here.
But that's a really, really fast car. That's a production car, Nürburgring record holder. That, you know, that's still the fastest thing pretty much that Porsche's ever made.
It's also
What do you think?
like $1.4 million.
Yes,
It is.
yes, many dollars.
Yeah, as we're giving the Porsche a hard time for being $200,000 last time. This is a really expensive car to start with.
Let's just compare it to a 918.
All right, well, let's go get some tuner cars.
This is awesome. I ran it with race mode, traction control on. I think I probably could have squeezed a little bit of time without the traction control, mainly because some of these curbs are a little bit slippery. And I feel like attacking a little bit on the curbs a little bit more without activating traction control would have helped the time. But you know, it's a baseline. Completely safe, stability control, traction control, everything on. We'll see how the competition stacks up.
There you go. Our top 3 dogs are ready to have their wheels run right off in the grand finale of Sorted. Records will be shattered, minds will be blown, Tanner will be scared. Did you enjoy the show? Of course you did, you're still here. And that's why you should get over to AutoTempest.com and start looking for your own overly modded, gigantic baby turboed ride so you can join us here on Sorted for Season 2. That's right. If you think you've got a car that can compete next time, submit it at sortedornot.com. We'll watch you blow up right here. As always, stay sorted.
If you've ever shipped a car, you know it sucks. The transport industry is notorious for giving you a headache and probably not delivering when they say they're going to deliver. And that's why you should visit eastwestautotransport.com. Alan over there will have you covered. What he does is he takes care of all the headaches. He makes sure your car gets picked up on time and where it has to go as quickly as possible. Can't tell you the truck driver's not going to get a flat tire, but he's going to take care of it for you and make your life easy. Visit eastwestautotransport.com/sorted.